ACT Government has committed to developing ACT's disability strategy, which will guide our work for the next 10 years, and we really want you to be a part of it. We want this to be an accessible and inclusive city for all of us, and your voices are the key to being able to do that. We want you to get involved in kitchen table conversations, in targeted conversations about the things that you really care about, in surveys and in consultation workshops. There's a whole range of ways to get involved. We really want to hear your experiences, your thoughts, and what you want us to work on so that we can then deliver an accessible and inclusive city for all of us.
I'm really excited about beginning the consultation for the new ACT Disability Strategy, and I'm so pleased it's being led by people with disability themselves. Canberra is a really great community, but we can make it better. For me, I want to be able to access all the things that I need to live a great life. And I want my community to be full of people that understand disability and take action to be inclusive. In this strategy, I'd like to see things around employment, so new ways we can innovate and make sure people can access meaningful employment. For public spaces, being able to access them without having to go the long way around all the time, or worse, miss out. And of course, health. The last few years we've seen how important it is for people to be able to access healthcare and feel safe and respected. For me, that means things like being respected as an expert in my own body and health, being able to access reasonable adjustments, and they're just made because people know that I know what I need. And of course, being able to access my daily supports, even in a healthcare setting.
As an Indigenous carer of a son who's now 18 years of age, who has autism and intellectual disability, I'd like to see the ACT Disability Strategy have information about resources and supports that we can access, not only for myself but for other people in the community. And also I'd like to access Indigenous cultural appropriate wraparound services as well as mainstream services for my son, so that there's respect, open communication and information readily available to us to use going forward.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm a person with a disability. I would like to see from the ACT strategy a change to the supported employment scheme for people with disabilities to get a decent day's wage for decent days of work.
What I want to see from the strategy is to go beyond being an aspirational set of words and to truly drive change for the 80,000 Canberrans who live with a disability. More specifically, what I would like to see is the principles of universal design being enshrined in all planning and design of all aspects of Canberrans' life. This means that people with disabilities need to be represented on all the planning that happens around hospitals, housing, public buildings, festivals, recreational facilities, transport. I believe timeframes, funding commitments and targets are truly needed to drive this strategy in order to see the change that we want for people with disabilities living in the ACT.
I feel hopeful about the ACT Disability Strategy. I want to see Canberra become a place where employment is abundant and accessible for people with disabilities. I would love to see Canberra employers develop disability access and inclusion plans that include employment strategies, detailing how they're going to ensure people with disability feel welcomed and supported in the workplace. I hope to see reasonable adjustments in recruitment, onboarding and employment practices become commonplace so people with disabilities feel valued for our skills, knowledge and the unique perspectives we bring.
There's nowhere in Australia that's better to live than Canberra. This strategy will allow us, people with disabilities, to take control of the city and really have our input into what it becomes. With health needs, for example, there should be no need to negotiate your way through a huge bureaucracy to get your basic needs cared for. That's going to happen, and we have the power now to make this come alive. We've got to take control, seize control, have input into the strategy, and that way we can make it work not just for us, but for everyone in this wonderful city.
I hope to see our ACT disability strategy change community attitudes for the better for all disabled Canberrans. I want to see actions for LGBTQIA, multicultural and First Nations people with disabilities. We're a vibrant and diverse community, and I want to see all of us included in all parts of community life.